Chrissy and Jim Jones.
18 years.
How long she been with that man?
18 years.
She got on national TV.
And proposed to her?
And he still ain't married her.
What crocodile tears running down her face.
And still ain't
married.
He
just looked
let me throw this out there. If a woman has been with 3 men at one time, ain't nothing one man can do.
Well, the numbers is 8. If a woman been with more than 8 men, it's almost
at the
impossible.
Same time. If she's been bust old, ain't nothing you can do.
So for the man that goes broke, we're trying to keep that woman happy, showing that woman his love, unconditional love, or whatever. Because like I said, once again, love is as long as you give it to me, then once you take it, it's nothing. So as long as why would a man, I'm asking y'all, why would a man even take himself through that? I'm not going to go in debt for a man. I'm sorry, I don't have it. But a man will probably go in debt for me. And he'll say, oh, Barbara, I'm going to give you a $10,000 ring, but knowing he $10,000 back in his taxes. And then he going to say, well, Barbara, you know I'm short on the taxes. Can you help me? My answer is no.
Well, I think that's a man's want. He want to please his woman. And sometimes I believe women are compulsive spenders. They are compulsive buyers of everything. So a woman her expectations of what she deserves is through the fucking roof. I think the best thing for any man that's dating a woman, first of all, don't give her shit. Watch her go through whatever she's going through, and so anything you do for her, she's going to appreciate it. Never heard a woman say, well, you know what, me and my guy, I think we're going to have to part ways because I can't get.
That's not going to be the reason she give you when she leave you. She ain't going to tell you because it's the other money. That's not how she gonna break up with you.
Because the biggest reason for women usually
things are not the same no more. You don't love me the same.
You're not spending
you
time.
Different. You not doing the things she used to do for me.
So if I say, well, explain that, sweetie.
She don't have, you know what I'm talking about, and she gonna walk
she
out
gonna get offensive.
Yeah. But you're gonna know. She's not gonna just break up. Oh, I'm breaking up with him. But she'll call up her girl, he ain't got no money. We don't go out to eat no more. He don't take me to get cold. We used to do this. I'm fit to break up with him because I'm not used to it.
But you know what? You met her. You was in the BMW. She was in the Ford Focus. So you upgraded her life.
Right.
Now she mad that you ain't balling no more. Now she want to bail out.
Been asked to have a threesome. And my question to the guy was, if you have a threesome with 2 girls, then I could have a threesome with 2 guys.
You want to bust them?
Bust them.
He said that's a bust.
Barb, you got to bust them.
But no. This is a feeling and emotion that goes away within 5 seconds after you done had sex.
So let me ask you this, Barb.
It's gone.
If this man is having awesome sex with you and he's expressing his love for you through sex, why can't that be good enough?
That's not enough, and it never will be enough. And to anybody you listen,
so you say once you start having sex, you ain't got to buy shit no more.
And you're always be you to come up. No, it is not enough. It's not enough.
Well, if I'm expressing to her the way I feel for her,
you expressed that to me before we even moved in together. I got that way before then.
But I'm continuing.
It's okay, continue, because once again, sex is a feeling and goes away within 5 seconds after we did what we
just like them flowers is a feeling, just like that candy is a feeling.
That's still,
just like you getting your nails done is a feeling.
But it's still
why are you picking chooses the feeling?
No, sex doesn't mean that you just stop doing everything.
I didn't say just stop, but what I'm saying is why
you said is sex enough, and I'm telling you no. Feeling you gonna get because you're invested in it.
You supposed to knock her off, feel her, and drop her off.
So that's his fault then.
Well, I'd be pissed if somebody fuck with my side piece because I may like my side piece.
I agree.
See, that's why I said the feelings.
That's disrespect.
The feeling.
That's disrespect.
No, because sometimes you like your side piece more than you like your main thing.
Hello.
Then make her your main thing.
But you can't tell me to make something mine.
And you can't tell nobody that you just gonna be in your feelings when he up there taking her through the ringer.
See, Barb,
it's your fault.
This is what
they call it. Tinder.
This is what I went to the movies one time with my woman, and my side piece was there with a nigga, and I was pissed. I couldn't even.
Oh yeah, you Tinder.
You know what I'm saying?
You Tinder.
You throw popcorn at her ass.
Well, because she was a nigga, and I ain't trying to
tipping for real.
Listen, she's sitting like 3 hours in front of me. I can't even watch the movie. I'm looking like, is she talking to him? I'm trying to figure out what is they saying. Oh, I can't even watch the movie.
This guy's funny,
So you
dog.
enjoy her just to wait around till you come around?
Basically.
You know what? I would tell you what I told her. After I dropped off I couldn't wait to drop my girl off. Soon as my door shut, I was on the cell phone calling her.
What you tell her?
I told her, I said, you want me to go to the movies? You should have told me I don't take you to the movies. You know what I'm saying?
You know what happened? He long dick and later on
Well, no,
that
I cop blocked.
You
For
got
sure. I
blocked.
cop blocked all day long.
I want to know the answers too.
Yes.
You know she
Cause she
don't.
don't live here. Yes,
I want to know the answer so I can put more control on you.
Hello.
That mean I ain't got
That's
no
what it is. They want to
If
make
she
it
said that
fun.
nigga long stroking her, ain't no control over her. This nigga's over here long stroking me. That's why I had it.
I don't think you do.
In a relationship,
Yeah.
Kilo, that's when most men get played. Because in a relationship,
true.
you don't question
Right,
it.
right,
But she
right.
can creep
Right.
off in a
Right.
relationship.
That's
So
true.
my whole
That's
key
true.
thing is that you put your trust and faith in me, and now I done screwed you, and you done took care of this kid all your life. I'm wrong.
Yeah, you
But you don't hold no accountability for it.
No, you the one
No,
told
you
me that was my.
did it.
See, and you know what, Barb? You making a point for all men. That's why if a woman come to you and say I'm pregnant, you automatically assume the baby is not yours,
I agree.
and you
That's what I'm trying-
you
I
put the
agree with
burden
you.
on her to prove that is your
I
child.
agree with you.
Because you have women saying, "Well, he didn't question it."
And guess what woman not gonna take that test? The woman who's gonna refuse to give you that DNA test is the woman that has doubt. The woman, she's gonna give it to you, but she gonna be mad as hell, even though she know it's yours. She gonna say, okay, go ahead on and take it. But most of the time, women that don't want to give it to you have doubt.
See, and see, that's the problem that I have with that type of mentality is because once the doubt is in my head, I'm not doing shit for you throughout that pregnancy because the doubt is there. Once a woman put that doubt in a man's head that this is a possibility, this kid not yours, you ain't getting no support. You're
see, I
not
ain't
getting
gonna
no
lie.
support through me them 9
I
months.
did it.
Women cheat just like men cheat, so they don't have to necessarily.
Yeah, but
be
most
job.
women cheat based off of man hours. See, women are very calculated cheaters. They are better than cheating than men are.
I agree.
They're going to sit up here and say, well, you know what? He don't get off work till 8. Fall through when the baby is asleep or when the kid sleep. He come through about
They
2.
coming to the house.
Yeah.
they
These
gonna
women
wait
are
till
very
the girls trip
disrespectful.
and Get that
Oh,
pussy
yeah,
up.
They very disrespectful.
Break out. I used to be a freak just like you. I know that ain't my son, baby. I know a freak.
Yeah.
You never been fingered.
When we
Not
was
at this
kids.
age. Look, not
Yeah, when we
not
first
at damn near
started as
40.
children.
Look, not at damn near 40. I wish a nigga would. Like, what are we doing here?
You ain't getting 40
What are we
when you
doing
was
here?
20
But what are we
and getting
doing
fingered
here?
when you was 40.
What are we doing
It's
here?
the same pussy.
What are we doing here?
He's trying to jumpstart you.
I don't need no jump start. If I'm gonna give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you. What the fuck is we doing?
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
I don't
Since you
either.
get older, what your standards and went up? What a nigga
No,
when you was
since
2
you
hands and
older-
31?
They ego went up.
When since you get older, let's get straight to the point. See, when you was a
Absolutely.
kid, you think, well, maybe I
I mean-
might give it to him. Okay, maybe let me. When you grown, just get straight to it. You ain't gotta use your fingers.
Really?
Use your mouth if you want to use something. The hell, fuck them bacteria ass fingers all stuck in somebody and catch some.
So you rather? So hold on, Brian. Hold on. We go
Straight to the
Brian, so
damn
you telling
point.
me if a guy's interested in
If a woman call a man and say, damn, baby, can you get my hair and nails did? First thing he gonna say, yeah, come through, but you know I want to hit that motherfucker.
Well, first of all, I'm not calling
that's
you for
tricky.
that.
It's tricky.
well, I don't think a woman should be able to call a man and propose nothing because I never heard
man should only
McDonald's.
be able to
I
call.
never heard McDonald's call you and say we got a special on these Big Macs. You need to come down and get them. Red flags, more so, I believe from most man perspective is when you know she was a hood rat, when you met her and you had no intentions on being with this woman, but she had good sex, so you kept her around for sexual purposes, and then next thing you know, 3 months turned into a year, and then you end up getting her pregnant, and now she's around. But you had a chance to get away from her, but she had good sex.
But why does it have to be she was a hood rat? I mean, and the reason I'm asking you why did she have to be labeled as a hood rat is because you have regular, ladies that are not hood rats that have good sex and you don't walk away and they have red flags
Well,
too.
most hood rats got the best sex.
I agree.
Okay,
And they come with the most problems, keying up cars, busting all
I disagree because we have very intelligent women who have held their own, and that I busted out a window before. I'm not a hood rat.
Well, but we don't know how your sex is either, Barbara.
I busted out windows before. I done keyed up some cars and hit bust some niggas in the head with bottles. And I'm not a hood rat or anything of that caliber. I don't. Well, but I probably was toxic back then. Yeah.
So you probably had some good sex then.
I probably was toxic back then. I'm not now, but I'm just saying. I wouldn't just label the person that's a hood rat as having red flags. Anybody can carry red flags in a relationship. You could be a person making 6 figures and have issues and problems. So I wouldn't just label them as being a hood rat.
So how old was you when you was busting people in the head with bottles? We just can't skip past that.
I mean, back in the day, you were, I don't know if you are now, but you were a cheater. So I mean, it made you a liar. Because I'm quite sure you never told them girls you cheated on that you had a girlfriend or you were in any type of relationship. Then third off, how can you even base you toxic? You toxic yourself. No, let me finish. So all the characteristics that you just labeled as a woman that you dislike, you got all of them yourself.
But I don't have a vagina.
You got all of them, but you got a penis.
That's right.
You have a penis, and that can
turn. So you saying we the same?
No, we're not the same. But I'm saying that can deteriorate. What I'm trying to let the people know is that every characteristic that you shot at a woman, you carry yourself. This is you talking about, but you a man. So my point is the same thing. Use you what you good for. Money, bouncing on you, and taking you for what you are. Am I right or am I wrong? Because you just said that to me. There's no difference. Because you can get bounced on too. You can get used too. You can get played too. Am I right?
Like that?
Am I right? No, what's
I can be used? Yes, I can be used.
And you can be bounced on?
Yes, I can be bounced
And you
on.
toxic?
Yes, I am toxic.
Okay. All right. I just want to, okay.
You said I'm supposed to be fake. I know she a slut. I know she ain't no good. I know she a liar. I know she have stolen. I know all this, but I still supposed to be decent towards her?
No, I think you should just
what's
go
wrong
in.
With me
I
saying,
think
you know what, baby? You know what? I like you. I want to have sex with you. After I had sex with you, I just finished the sentence. And I also know you a slut. I know you ain't shit because my man fucked you and his brother.
You don't tell somebody
I just didn't tell her that at first. I didn't finish until after I fucked. So she gonna tell me I broke her down? Listen, you been broke down.
You told somebody that for real?
Why would you even want to?
You told somebody that for real?
Well, I told somebody, you know what? You fucked my man. I know you fucked my man because he told me.
Yeah.
So
why
ain't
would you
nothing
even
wrong
want
with
to
that.
go behind?
Well, I went behind him because I wanted to. I wanted to hit her too. I like the way she looks. She has some pretty lips on her. I liked her too. But I ain't gonna tell her that you fuck my cousin or you fuck my homie before I get the pussy. Who do that? But after I get the pussy, I can be honest.
So,
you know what?
You shouldn't be the man that feel no type of way about sharing nobody then.
No, I said mine. I don't want to share my shit.
That's what I'm saying. The social media is the death of ruining all type of things. Relationships, marriages, jobs. People lose their jobs. They be at Papa's making TikTok videos. People, no, y'all laughing, but I'm being for real. Social media is destroying life. Because you supposed to be fried chicken, and you want Popeyes doing a dance, one of the dances and stuff, and you supposed to be serving the customers and stuff. So you losing your job, your family, your kids. It's all type of stuff going on.
They Popeyes job.
You can't blame no man from meeting a broken down woman and he decided to finish her off. She already broken up. So they know me twisting her a little bit more ain't gonna do much.
That sounds so.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't go into it.
That's
like
heartless.
That.
That's
most of these toxic women is broken up.
I agree with that.
You know what? They how you think they get so good with the motorcycle? All that in the 2 hands. That's practice.
Yeah.
When they twerking and all that, no hands, that's practice.
See,
so you gotta think how many niggas they been
trying to finish her off. Well,
you twisted her too.
I'm trying to. It's my turn. That's all.
See?
I ain't trying to finish her off though.
Well, you know what?
You're not trying to
know what
damage
you doing,
her
Dre?
more than
This
what
you
she's
doing.
already
You say,
damaged.
well, you know what? I ain't gonna hit you with the uppercut, but I'm gonna jab you. See, I'm coming in like this. What's the difference between me and you?
You gonna have a problem if you try to damage her more. That's
No, you know what I'm gonna do, Barb?
Why go in with the intentions of trying to make her? Because you try to make her cut up worse than she would cut up anyway.
I'm not making her cut up.
Yes, you are.
She already cut up.
Because you have the
She's
intentions to
toxic.
degrade her, and
She already degraded Barb. She
she
can do
may
the
be.
motorcycle. She can do this with 2 hands. Women are in charge of sex. Men are in charge of the relationship. Just because you lost, take your L. Don't sit up here and get emotional because you took it. You taking an L. You gave me the
That's easier
sex.
said than done.
Listen.
So when-
you gave up the sex, I won. Take your L. And if you come back for round 2, you gonna still take another L.
and you gonna take one too.
How?
Because when she gets wrapped up emotionally, she coming to cause chaos.
Well,
she
listen,
kicking in
hey,
doors.
I'm
Why is about to
different.
find
I'm
out
calling the
girlfriend?
police.
You can call who you want to call.
I'm calling
TikTok,
911.
Instagram, Facebook about to know all
Listen,
about you.
come
Your
and get
picture
her.
going up. She
Come
fit
and
to
get her.
act a fool.
That's right. She had
gonna
mouth
act a
acting a fool. Whenever you talk accountability with a woman, you know what she get? Silent.
No, I didn't get silent.
I ain't talking about you, Barbie. You feel guilty?
No, I thought you was talking about me. No, I didn't feel guilty
Well,
because I was about to do
I'm
this
just
step
saying
up
when
to
we
you
talk
now.
accountability,
I'm just saying that.
it'd be a real short conversation with a woman,
I
and
think
then
that's
she's
important.
flipping around and she want to tell you what she think and what she feel, but you can't even argue either one of those.
Because we can't even comprehend.
There you go. So let's stick to the facts when it comes to accountability. Let's talk about what you did. Don't tell me what you think and how you was feeling at the time you did it. Why you do what you did? She can't tell you that.
You got a lot of miles on you. You got a lot of miles on you. You done lost your value. You want to get me?
Listen,
You done lost your value.
my value.
Your wallet. That's your value. Not your wallet. Your money. That's
Look how the women react to that. No one our value is not the same. A 40-year-old man is nothing like a 40-year-old woman. And most definitely a 50-year-old man is nothing like a 50-year-old woman.
And I'm quite sure
Our
she's
kids
a
don't get
younger.
burnt.
She's a younger. Well, let me finish. She's a younger woman. You're an older man going into a relationship with a younger woman that requires a little more activity sexually. So now, when you say we lose our value, don't you think you done lost your value unless you, because you got to keep up with her. And if you don't keep up with her, the mailman or JoJo down the street gonna be knocking her off.
Okay, see.
So your value is lost too. Just like we lost our value sexually and physically, yours is gone
Okay,
too.
can I talk now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, see, that's the type of woman you are. Date women like you.
I don't have miles on me.
I don't date women that
Miles on me. Barb is the
Wait a minute.
I'm the
Can I
truth.
talk?
Let me tell you.
I'll let you run. I'll let you run.
I gotta finish.
I can't say nothing. Can I talk?
No,
I only
you
said
came
2
back.
words.
What you was hitting me below the belt.
You said
Stop. I came back with
You
facts.
wanna attack me
I
like
came back
that.
with facts of what you
wanna
said.
attack me like
I
that.
came back with.
Back then, a guy was not taking no woman on the first date to no Red Lobster. Red Lobster was like way up there.
McDonald's.
Not no first, but you dated older men.
I went to Red Lobster.
You dated older men.
never had of, but yeah, I did.
Yeah, so of course he think I got
I
this
wish
little
I
young
never
tender that
would've
don't know no
dated
better.
older
I'm gonna
men.
go stuff her with this shrimp and then stuff her with some steak.
But for women, I feel like we as women, we waste our own time. I don't believe men waste our time. We waste our own time because when you're in a relationship with a guy, he, like you say, he knows whether you're the one. So we stay there thinking and hoping and praying that he picks us to be the one. And he doesn't. So you didn't waste all your time in a relationship with somebody for 5 or 10 years cooking, cleaning, washing his clothes, being there for him, supporting him through everything. And he won't marry you, but he'll turn around and marry the next person. The biggest mistake for us as women, we have to give ourselves a time frame. And if that person is not willing to marry you within the time frame that you won't, walk away.
maybe he didn't marry you because your flaws. No matter what we're going through, them is the type of flaws that a man will see. Like, okay, when you're angry at me, this is how dirty you're gonna get.
Okay.
So them the type of flaws that a man say, you know what? No, I'm straight, and he go meet the next woman and he snatch her up because she's not gonna disrespect him and belittle him like you did.
And sometimes you gotta bring it out of a person, just as like with a woman. Sometimes it's in her, but maybe she might be like, no, I better not. And then, but if you initiate it, then she might be like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been wanting to do this, but I didn't want to be the first person to say something.
So she really a jangling, but she trying to feel like she a good girl.
You know, yeah, well, you can say that if that's what you want to say.
But it don't necessarily have to be a jangling, because I feel if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're supposed to be able to be nasty and do whatever you want to do with that person. No judgment.
And that's why I tell men, I'm talking to the guys, if you meet a woman, she live with the grandma, her mama, and it's her, get the fuck away from her. You in trouble. Because now that grandma is going to enforce her bullshit. The mama is going to enforce her bullshit, and it ain't nothing you gonna be able to tell.
But is it bullshit, or is it the mother and grandmother opening her eyes up to something she may not see or won't accept?
If ain't no man in the
let's
house,
say this. There you go.
If ain't no man in the house, all she doing is teaching her how to not to have a man.
That's right. Teaching her how not to have a man.
How is she? So
ain't no man in the house. Why the mama and grandma ain't got no man? They all
He
dead.
didn't say that. He didn't say that.
But you know what?
Okay,
they might have somebody having sex with. That's the difference between having a man and somebody you're having sex with. But if it's a grandma there, the mama there, and the woman there, get the fuck away from her. You in trouble.
But
I have to use the honey pack.
No.
But see, you gotta think, if a man eat all these pills for you, that means he's not attracted to you. You got 1 million stretch marks, you in there, 5, 6 babies, he's not attracted to you. Now let a little 20-year-old come in front of that man, I bet that man stand up like a mountain.
You can't ask for submission if you don't walk the man role. If you don't give her, if she's out here and she doesn't trust you, and you don't give her comfort in the role of being your wife, she's not going to be submissive.
So
if she's out here,
you want a man to make you feel safe. You want him to make you feel sexy. You want him to make you feel secure. Listen, men don't have psychology degrees. It ain't our job to make you analyze. It ain't our job, nor is it our place to do all these things to make you feel good about you.
Ain't nobody said
that sounds like low self-esteem.
Listen, no, ain't nobody said that. But if you're gonna tell me you want a submissive wife,
I don't say that.
Right?
A submissive woman. She got to be a submissive woman before she become a wife. Let's get to the drugs.
He knows more about life than she does.
Let's get to the drugs.
She knows more about life.
So she's 20 years old. He's 50 years old.
Yeah.
When he pulled that crack pipe out,
I ain't saying
you trying to tell me that funny feeling didn't go up in her stomach? Like, this is wrong. That goes back to what I always say. Listen. You was already broken before I met you. So if I talk to you a certain way or whatever, that's just what I know of you. You can't tell me treat you a certain way or demand me treat you a certain way when you don't respect yourself. If a man take a woman out, it has nothing to do with his financial state. It has nothing to do with none of the things you're talking about. He's simply just trying. This is a place where we can meet, sit down, and talk and get to know one another. Now, for you to order 4 or 5 drinks, your agenda is something totally different. We here to eat. Drink that water.
I like lemon drops.
Well, if you like lemon drops, why are you putting it on my bill?
Because you took me out.
I'm taking you out to get to know you, not to get you drunk.
You don't get me drunk. I wanted to.
Well, baby,
okay,
that's how you get to know her.
if she wanted to, I can accept 2.
I would like an appetizer, 2 lemon drops, and a meal.
See, I have a problem with that.
See, I don't have a problem with that. That's
well,
not,
she said appetizer. That's another meal.
An appetizer?
We can get to know each other over that. We're going to be talking before the food comes. When the waitress comes, can I take your order? I'm going to order mine. You're going to order yours.
So I don't order an appetizer?
I'd rather you not.
Men are are very misleading when it comes to women, and then after you have misled her,
You gotta be in clear detail.
I'm going to tell you. Okay, for instance, when you first meet a woman, we talked about this earlier. Like I said, guy's interested in me. I said, well, come over. I need my picture hung up. He comes over there. He hang up the picture.
What?
I'd be like, I need my sink tightened up. He comes over. He tightens up the pipes. Now, remember, in all this process, he's doing all this because he wants something.
But you know that though, right?
He wants something. So I'm like, okay, well, I do know.
So he's not misleading because you know what he
I'm going
wants.
to tell you. Wait a minute. Now, there's no guarantee he's going to get it.
If we didn't say he was
There's
getting
no guarantee he's
you
gonna
know what
get
he
it,
wants.
But I know what he wants. So
Okay,
I'm steady asking him to do these type of things, and in return, he's expecting to get something, and he may not get nothing in return. You see what I'm saying? But what about the men who go in doing something and they do get something in return and constantly keep doing it, then say, "Oh, she a ghost, she ain't shit, or she this and she that." But after you the one who then went and bought roses, as you say, candy, hung up pictures, put in a new water tank, put the motor on the furnace, shovel the snow through the salt out, all this type of stuff. How are we manipulating you all to do things when you want to take something of value from us?
Because to me, that's a you almost is stealing this man's time. Because if you went to a gas station and it's one of them gas stations where you pump the gas first, they expect for you to pay. But see, Dre, that goes back to having the father not being in these women's lives. See, by the men, it's a difference from a man taking care of you financially.
No, you're not gonna sit up and say, my dad.
I'm telling you, I didn't say nothing about your dad.
Well,
I said
it's in my life, so don't use that.
I'm saying, Barbara, it's a difference from a man paying his child support.
My dad want no child support.
Why you keep saying you? You feel like
he was throwing the shots at me. Okay.
But why you feel that way though?
Because it seemed like
this is a podcast. And we having a conversation, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So what I'm trying to explain to you is, just because a man pays his child support, that don't mean a man raised you.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, now who raised you is the person that you when you leave to go to school, that house you leave from, and when you come back from school, that's the house you go to. Whoever over that household, that's who raised you. She pulled up and picked me up. I'm very grateful that she's taking me out and finna spend her money on me.
That's never happened. Okay,
well, I'm gonna be very, like I said, I may even give her some. I'm very thankful.
You gonna give her some what?
I might give her some things.
Some D?
Yeah.
Because you feel because you know your worth and your value.
Yes, I know my worth.
And you want to be really appreciative of her taking you out.
I may. I'm open to it.
Depending on where.
Long as she don't say nothing stupid and fuck it up.
I'm in agreement with you. If I was picked up, she opened the door and paid for the food, I might give her something.
The car door?
Yeah.
Motherfucking man.
One of my first.
Okay, my girl. I'm gonna use my girl for instance. My girl say, well, you know what? You could have said things different. She said, ain't nothing wrong with you said. What you said, you was right. But you could have said it different. My response to her is, fuck that. I'm not finna change. You understood what I said.
Right.
You get what I said. I didn't cuss at you. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't belittle you. So I don't see the problem. I wouldn't tell her if she telling me something. If she's not being disrespectful, what she's saying make perfect sense. I got her message. I wouldn't tell her how to talk to me. So I don't think I should change my wording because I'm firm.
I agree.
You know, when I talk to men, I'm firm. When I talk to my kids, I'm firm. When I talk to my woman, I'm firm because I want her to know I meant what I said.
But when you put it in a positive way, when you're matching the energy, it's more of a connection. Like how you connecting with a person, how you vibing with a person. So say if I go out with somebody and I got good energy, but soon as I step into the room with him, I automatically feel he on some bullshit. That his energy don't even connect. I don't give a damn how much money he just spent for that dinner or what we done talked about. I'm not feeling you. I'm not vibing with you. I don't like your energy.
So how about this?
So it's negative to me. That's my opinion.
To me, matching energy is this. I done took you out. I done spent $500. I expect you to take me to the. You should, whatever date it is. If I spend $500, to me, matching energy, I should be taking you home and knocking you off. That's my.
So that's how you're gonna feel if y'all energy is matched.
Match my energy. I spend $500. I think I'm due
so if you take her on a nice date and spend some money, you want sex at the end of that day.
Not some money. $500. Anything over $500, you should be.
So now so we got a question on here. It says, can a relationship survive if one person constantly gives more than the other?
No.
So basically you saying if you're the one that's giving and she's just taking, the relationship won't work, right? So my thing is, why would you allow somebody to come in your circle who has nothing to give in the first place?
Because
so if you at $10, you ain't got nothing to give. But I'm trying to get you to the level so that you can give, and you tell me that you're comfortable. Now you done threw my energy off. I'm spiritually messed up. My mental base is gone down. My emotions is broken. I can't talk to you because you don't want to come up. You want to stay at the bottom. So now you fucking me up. So now I have to let you go.
This is what separate men from women. I ain't heard I ain't never heard you say she throwing my chi off, my energy. This is how women talk. Men don't talk like that. We gotta take it on the chin. Listen, this is how I feel. I've never dated a woman, and I didn't tell them this. If I date somebody, if I'm in a relationship, or if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm gonna let them know. If you tell me no multiple times and there's no good enough reason, I'm going out. You can't tell me no and your stomach hurt. Okay, I heard you today. 4 or 5 days later, no, I'm rushing. No, because of this. Them excuses, okay. I'm going out and do my thing. And then when you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, I pop some shit off. Because my whole thing is, one, you're not training me. It's not, to me, I feel like sex is an even exchange. You're giving me something, I'm giving you something. Now, if I buy you a gift, if I do something, that's just because I like you. That's some extra because I'm vibing with you. It's not going to be exchanged, because if it's going to be exchanged, I'm going to say, here go 200, what's up? Now I got to talk to you like you're a prostitute or something. I'm not going to pay you to have sex and still treat you like a woman, treat you like a queen, open up doors and all that. If I'm tricking and it's tricking, this is just what it is. So
you about tricking with your woman?
No, if she's my woman, I'm not tricking with her. That's what I'm saying.
So if your woman don't want to have sex with you,
I'm going to someone else.
Listen, my woman can't come if in the summertime. She can't wear no shorts up her ass. I don't tolerate.
No.
She can't go out with her boobs out. I don't tolerate that bullshit. If you want to be for the streets, get your ass out there. The woman always thinking about get back. If a man cheated on her, she's got get back on her.
We
mind.
thinking about getting the fuck on. Y'all thinking about retribution.
She'll give you the pussy. Y'all ain't been getting along good for 6 months. She still got to get back. So that trip she taking, that's when she finna get that pussy away to somebody.
She might have already gave it away before the trip.
She gonna
So you think girl trips is when they?
I know girl trips.
No, that's what he thinks.
I've never had a.
That's what he thinks.
I always go on girl trips, and I
Especially
never.
certain spots. Miami is
never.
at the top.
And
You ever took a girl trip to Miami?
Yeah, all the time.
Well,
and I go by myself.
Well, that's even worse. I know you got jangling. See, I understand how a woman always trying to use that vagina to negotiate with. You know what I'm saying? You always, that's like the wild card for them or something. You want to whip that raggedy vagina, put that raggedy vagina on the table and be like, well, what about, you give me this and I'll do this for you. You'll be like, listen, man, just give me my money. 10 out of 10, the women in the circle already been fucked on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't put myself in that situation. Somebody knocked off somebody in the circle. Okay. It's always going to be like that. So I wouldn't want to fuck.
But if you dated somebody or started dating someone in the circle, you would say that, okay, you can no longer associate.
I would
on
set
the blocks.
standards. I would set boundaries. Things to protect our relationship.
But if she already
it's
been
only
banged
coming from
down,
your
what
point of
difference
view.
does
Well,
it
I
make?
wouldn't do that. But you put me in a situation that I wouldn't do.
But you.
So if you put me in a situation that I'm dating somebody in a circle,
You're gonna set standards.
I would set boundaries and tell her, listen, I don't want you smoking. I don't want you passing a blunt. I'd rather buy her own weed. You roll your shit.
Really hang up on this weed.
See,
stuff.
listen.
Okay, I know that's a lot of times how women get dicks in their mouth. It's not passing a blunt. It started by passing a blunt.
First started, she was right here. Y'all was,
She was not right
You was-
here.
listen,
I ain't
you was
never
right
had a
here, she
woman
was
right
right-
here with me. Never in my life.
Listen. First started, you was up here, she was right here. So then when you invested in her, she was right here.
No.
So you wanted somebody else, so you had to go up here and find somebody else to meet you up there. And then you just go keep that cycle going.
You're not making any sense.
You
said a woman surpassed me.
I didn't say she surpassed you. I said she was
Okay,
under
she was
you.
here. She was
here. And then now
She
she's
got
here.
her education.
After the
She got her education.
So now you don't like her.
I'm still doing this. She got her education and she came here. Hold on. Then she got her job.
Get out of
And
here.
then she came here. You see how that
Look at
works?
you got to sit
My thing
Hey,
is,
when he talking about that, he talking about the age because he said he like little young broads.
You
So
want
look,
somebody you can school.
right?
You want somebody you can school. You don't want somebody.
Hey, you might as well just
like a
get into
yes
education.
You
Build
want
a
a yes
academy.
woman. You want somebody that you can tell what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. That's what you want.
Create you a finishing school for women so you can just.
That's what you want.
I don't.
You don't want somebody with an opinion of their own.
If it makes sense.
Yes, he do.
No, you don't.
Makes sense.
It gotta
To you, say makes sense. To you, nothing a female say makes sense to you. Nothing.
Well, if she talking out her ass. I'm a firm believer that I think people just don't know how to date. I'm a firm believer people just
But
don't
do you
know.
have to date? Is it even necessary to
Yeah,
date?
it's necessary. It's very necessary.
Why?
It's
You need
not
to know
that-
a person.
It's not
Okay,
that
the
You
whole-
can't get to know a person without spending
So I'm
money.
just supposed to have sex
Well,
with them?
we didn't
No,
say.
no. I'm
Hey,
saying
Barbara,
you
a date does not
don't
necessarily
require money.
consist
Okay,
of
so I
money.
take the money back. But I'm saying you can't date a person without just getting ready, getting to know them, talk to them, conversate with them, and kick it with them.
Well, that's not how a man is wired. A man don't want to sit up here and just talk to a woman like that best friend shit. We don't want to do that.
We just do it
we
because-
thinking about first thing. We thinking about what's the fastest way to get some out of her.
And this is why y'all lose the connection. Cause see, once you get
Your woman go to church, you ain't gonna be sitting no motherfucking outside.
Well, if I'm taking her, listen, see, Kilo, remember I told you about the band?
he probably would
Well,
be
you
on the
know,
board
yeah,
and
yeah.
share his
I'm gonna
connection.
call her and I'm gonna
In
FaceTime her.
church?
I'm gonna call her wherever she at. If she went, if my woman
Now,
went
she
to a
ain't allowed
birthday
to phone in
party,
church.
listen, I know she ain't. I'm gonna put up.
I
I'ma
understand
see.
that. What's your purpose of doing
Cause
that?
he's insecure. He insecure.
I see a little insecurity.
Yeah, I'm the same nigga that was in my baby mama's trunk. She went up there and took a shower. I say something ain't right. Went in there, down the truck. When she pulled up to the nigga house like I knew she was, I pushed the door. I pushed that little back seat down and came out. But I know they cheat. Well, you got to think, Barb. Throughout history have proven this. Women steal from men. Women steals from men.
Financially, time, y'all
They
still alive.
steal from them. They go, listen, if a man had anything before he met that woman, you better believe when that relationship over, he gonna have less.
Well, when you say
That's stealing. No matter how you look at it. He had 4 cars when he met her. Now he down to 2. He had 5 properties. Now he down to 3 properties. She stole them.
no, she didn't. She just got
What
with.
She
you
worked-
mean she stole?
she worked the
I'm
system.
confused too.
Oh, what are you trying to? Oh, you're trying to say when it,
Braxton and
okay, you're trying to say when you're going through a divorce.
or something.
Even if you in a relationship.
She leave him with his shit.
Think about the ones that are married, and look at who going on extravagant trips and stuff. The side chicks, the girlfriends, the wifeys ain't going.
But they ain't giving me no fucking problem. That's why.
So you taking the side chick to the Bahamas and on these nice cruises and buying cars and all that stuff, and the wife
Most guys do it because the wife it is a personal trip between me and you. The side piece, I can be on the trip with her and meet some other bitches in the bar and go with them and come back to the room with her and we all get naked and you know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Most women get rid of their man because of their mouth, right? But if you married, now it's paperwork involved. She gonna still be a woman regardless. She gonna still run her mouth. She still gonna be disrespectful, and she still gonna feel like a man owe her. So I'm just saying, I think a smart man would just date her. Just date her. So when you get fed up and sick and tired, you grab your stuff and get the fuck out. For 50,000, I can't think of one woman ain't gonna let me pee in her face. For 50,000, I ain't gonna. Hey, listen. For 50,000. I think a woman do anything for 50,000.
Yeah,
she'll do all us for 50,000 and more.
Yeah.
So I think women will lower their standards for money.
Hell yeah. 100%.
So I don't think, you know what I'm saying, what she won't do is even up for discussions, because I have seen women do some low down dirty stuff to men. You know, and when we talk, we're not talking about all women. We're talking about the women that we know of, heard of, seen. We're talking about the women that we are familiar with. You got some women that do have morals. Yeah. But from my experience, when a woman see herself about to lose, or you know what, the man she want to be with don't want to be with her, she won't pay back. She want him to pay. Listen, she's struggling. Most women out here is struggling.
I agree.
They doing bad. They looking for a man. You know what? If you out here got your fronts up, and you looking good, you looking like you doing something, she won't end. She's going to pursue you. She's going to make it sound good, make it look good. She's going to act like she's available. I don't suggest no man to take that type of bait. You know what? Stay with that woman that was what you doing when you was grinding. That's the woman that deserved it. Don't fall for the BBLs. You know, that's nothing but a hook. Don't fall for the con. You know, she looked like she got her stuff together. No, ask her what's her credit score. You know what I'm saying? Ask her, how many men are you dating? You know, make her be accountable to you, because in my opinion, the man is the prize, especially at that point. A lot of these men give these women, you know, they give them too much leeway. If a man move into a woman's house, she's going to expect for him to come in paying that fucking rent off the rip. Now,
see, that's the first mistake. Well, never move in. I did it before.
Even if you move into a woman's,
I disagree with you. She's not gonna expect him to come in and pay rent, because if that's the case, he could have had his own shit. He ain't had to move in your house. So I don't think she's gonna expect for him to come in and pay rent. I think she's gonna expect for him to hold his own and do some things.
So what would be his own?
Well, I don't know, because I ain't never let nobody move in.
Yeah, but so what would you expect?
Well, if you have nothing.
No, he can't. This your.
Oh, he came in with his bags and moved in with me. Well, I would expect at least he keep the house clean and, you know, wash the clothes and prepare dinner and things like that.
I know 1,000 niggas to do that.
I mean, because if you're not working,
she's just gonna turn him into her bitch.
If you,
so it's okay,
how many rounds you think you can give a 20-year-old?
Sugar daddy.
One. That's it.
One.
And she was
How many guys win more than
How long is that one round gonna be?
It gonna be
about 20, 30 minutes.
How many rounds do you think a 20-year-old can
She gonna end up sneaking out of your
my rounds, one is good enough.
You gonna go to sleep and she gonna be outside.
How many rounds you think a 20-year-old can go?
Well, that night, you know how many strokes? You know how many strokes you can get in 20 minutes? Do you know how beat up you'll be in 20 minutes?
See, this is how I started off.
Hold on, bro. Let me give you an example. I'ma
pay for
tell
that.
you, baby, don't show up hungry, because when you show up hungry, you're gonna act like it.
Man, listen, all women gonna show up hungry, bro. That's just what they do. They looking at the free meal. Ain't no respect with that situation. They coming, they gonna want the top of the line, what's on the menu. And 9 times out of 10, they gonna want to choose wherever they eat at.
See, she can't spend my money like that. I don't think a woman, if I'm taking you out, you don't tell me, take me over to this fish place over here.
Oh, so I don't even get to pick the restaurant?
You ain't spending your money.
I'm not even going out with you.
Good.
I'm not gonna go out with you because when you put
You gonna go to somebody's house and watch Netflix and watch some microwave popcorn.
I'm gonna go out with it. Who's gonna take me where I want to go because you can't.
Well, you pay for it in.
Why you picking the restaurant? You
Because I'm buying it.
How in control you like to
Because
be.
it's my money.
You that in control. What the fuck are you?
I'm spending my money and you gonna tell me where to take you.
Yeah.
Would suck a man off to his toes curl, and she'd tell him, "We getting married, ain't you?" Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm gonna marry you. Yeah. See, I'm just saying. Listen, forget all that. Yes, it's true. She got plans. A woman always got plans for a man. He just don't know the plan. For me, I don't even think it's even beneficial for a man to even marry a woman. You know, so I think you're gonna get the same thing from a woman if you marry her. So why even if you just dating her, your girlfriend or boyfriend, she gonna still do everything you want her to do. Now when you marry her, now you putting yourself on the hook financially. And I just don't think that's a smart
You ain't
choice.
on the hook financially when you dating?
No, I can bail whenever I feel like it. So I think you can't be honest with your woman. You know what I'm saying? If the sex is mediocre, she giving you some head or something, she gonna tell you this the best head you ever got. You thinking like, no. You know what I'm saying? Your head is mediocre. Your sex is mediocre. But you can't tell her that without some type of consequence. You know, now she don't want to cook your breakfast. Now she don't want to run your bath water. She, you get that other bitch that was sucking your dick. Or you be like, damn, that was 5 years ago. So being honest with a woman, I don't even think that's possible, and I don't even think a man should even try to be honest with her. That's what
he is showing me, and I'm not upset about it. That's what y'all missing. I'm not upset about he's showing me. I'm willing to hold him down. I'm willing to be there, but I'm telling you,
well, he got to invest first. He got to come out his pocket before you even get to that point.
Yeah.
So that's like you saying it's not a gold digger. You are.
But I'm not a gold digger.
Yes, you are.
I'm not a gold digger. I'm a woman out here that's looking to live in comfort and be secure.
Oh, his money.
Off his money. But that's what but I'm also willing to give back if he falls off. I'm willing to give back if he falls off. And my loyalty lies within him because you know what?
You talking about giving back out of his money.
You know how I'm loyal to him? I'm not going to leave him when he fall off.
But you'll fuck on him. You'll cheat on him.
If your money ain't right, I got to keep the bills paid. You just heard
So
me.
you gonna fuck for money now?
Hey, I got to keep the bill. My money might not be that long. I might have to go talk to my. Remember what I told y'all?
So now we on the whore now. You went from being a solid woman to a whore. If another man enjoy busting that nut all up in you and you ain't had the baby, what make you even can fix your lip to say it's another man's responsibility to take care of another man's DNA? When a woman starts gaining weight, that's a strike for a man. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a strike against you. Most men don't want heavy set women. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no woman that's 5'4", weighing 200 pounds. That's a big ass woman. Right. So if you gain this weight, he's not looking to impregnate you. He may be looking to have sex with you. He may be looking maybe even to go on a few dates with you, but you're not his first choice. Mm. So I believe women that pursues education first, pursue careers first, they usually going to take a back seat later. You're going to take a back seat later in life as far as your choice of man. You're not going to get the type of man that you want. You're going to have to settle. You're going to have to probably date a guy that work at the car wash. If she comfortable enough to pass him that motherfucker, if he ain't slobbed on it, and she passing slob back, that tell me that y'all comfortable with exchanging saliva. I know that for sure. Now, once you get more and more comfortable, now y'all laughing, touching, cracking jokes. Now y'all want to go to the store together. I don't give a fuck. My woman can't go to the store with nobody. I won't allow it.
You think that's insecurity somewhere?
No, I think it's smart.
I think that's smart too.
I think it's smart. I'm not gonna let my woman. I wouldn't even put Dre in a situation to befriend me. I wouldn't be a friend to do that. But if you look at statistics, when a woman divorces a man, you know what type of man she usually end up dating? A married man. Yeah. So now she become a side piece. Mm-hmm. So why would you leave your own man to become a side piece? Then the women say, well, if she ain't happy, why would she stay with him? Well, you know what? I can't think of too many women that would say they actually happy with their man. A woman's gonna always find something wrong with a man. You know what? He too outspoken. He too aggressive. He jealous. He insecure. He don't make enough money. You know what? The sex ain't nothing. It's tons of reasons what a woman's gonna say negative about a man. But you know what? She never asked him. So what issues do you have with me? Okay, no matter I got 15 houses. Now she decides she wants a new
but
penis.
You the same. But you,
I got to give her half of my house.
But you the same man that wants her to be there with you, helping change the pipes.
I said when I showed up. Now when we build together, I do agree she's entitled to have what we built together. But how many women is out here willing to get dirty? You said yourself, if a man shoveling snow, you wouldn't even come out there and lay no salt. Mm-hmm. You go watch him freeze, and when he come in,
he's not gonna be freezing because he gonna have all the cold.
It's cold in Detroit.
You go.
It's cold out here
with nothing on.
Okay, well he could be cutting the grass. You go bring him some ice water or some lemonade. You won't even hold a bag up before him to dump the leaves and stuff in. You willing to do the bare minimum, but you want the max out of it.
And what's wrong with that?
This is a part of the problem that men are having with women because of the mindset. The mindset is this.
It's terrible.
You know what? I'm going to sit up here. I got a man, but since we having money issues, she's finna go create a whole nother issue. Go fuck somebody else. Okay. Now, when he found out about that, he don't want to hear, you know what, we needed the money. He gonna say, listen, get your shit and get the fuck on.
Question to y'all: would you agree that everything that we say a man does and a woman does is something that was taught through our grandparents, our aunties, our uncles? I'm gonna give you an example. Women, they label women as hoes. They label women as gold diggers, but a woman was taught as a kid that she was born with a money maker, and you don't mess with no nigga that can't give you anything. So she's taught this as a kid. So as she grows, this is how she think. A man, most men are taught that you take care of women, you provide for women, you do for women. Well, this is most men are taught.
She was taught that. She came from a long line of hoes.
But women are taught this. We have been taught this. My aunties done told me this. My cousin. Well, this is
I ain't gonna lie, my grandma ain't never told my you got that money maker, you better use it.
it's a skill. Men go to school
Trade
to learn
I
skills
understand
and
that.
trades. So hold on.
Oh my God.
Where can you go anywhere and get a service for free?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
You can't.
That's right. So
But I can do something for you.
Okay, so
They
do
can't,
something
but
for
these
you.
two can't do
I ain't
nothing
giving you
for
nothing
it.
to do
They
service for you.
what service do a woman do for you for free?
Nothing.
I already need. I mean,
I'm just saying.
He doesn't require
that
it
wasn't
though.
free.
But he don't require it.
Okay, so now she's a prostitute.
I don't need a woman really for nothing
Okay.
other than really sex.
My
really.
question to
What
you
do
is
any man
this.
really need them for?
My
Really?
question is, men go to school for skills and trades, right?
Yeah.
Okay, women requires a man with skills and trades for services, right? Now, my question to you is, what service can a woman provide for you?
I don't know. I ain't been in no situation. I need
Okay,
a
so
woman
damn
that-
near she useless to you. She ain't talking about sucking your penis, right?
Ever fall off? I'm looking to her. If ain't nothing going on, I need 20, 30,000. You need to go hit the bank. If you can't hit the bank, I shouldn't have been fucking with you.
But listen
I
to this,
got
though.
you.
That's
You
what
ain't got
I'm
it in
looking
6
at.
months. She
Listen,
banging
listen.
somebody else on you.
No. I got you.
My
I
thing
got
is this,
you. I'm
if I
putting
find out
interest on it
man's
because I
cheating,
want my
I'm just
money
gonna keep it moving.
I ain't just giving you 30,000. I give
Oh,
you
you mean you
alone.
loaning your man some money?
and I'm gonna put interest on it.
No,
like,
see, I'm not fucking with you.
Why
See,
not?
First off, if my woman, if I got a woman that needs to come up
it might
off
take
my
you
money,
too long to pay me my
bank.
I'm not fucking with
30,000
you.
back. Shit.
So
How long
you-
is it gonna take you to give me my 30,000
Well,
back?
first off, if
I pay interest.
And it's your man you talking about.
I pay interest because I ain't coming back to give you that 30.
See?
I'm going down south.
See now, I might take a loss.
See, Kilo, my thing is this. I don't like them club women.
What bar? Say bar. It's bar. We go to
I
bar.
don't like
now.
bar women.
Can she go to
You-
painting with a
I don't
twist
want no
with a
drag
bunch of
bitch.
men?
I swear to God, I
No,
don't want
she
no
can't.
drag bitch.
She can't go to painting with a twist with men and women?
No.
See, bar want a woman that's like,
You
hell,
want
don't
to
smoke
control
a
everybody. You fucked up like that.
Listen,
that's
baby,
the
I'ma
personality.
call her and FaceTime. Child, turn the screen. Let me see. And then if I feel settled, listen. I know what women do.
You know why he think like this?
Women-
Ball ain't gonna be in no places. Ball ain't gonna be in no
I
bar.
know women
Bro,
cheat
you
more
don't
than
drink.
men.
Anything gonna be behind
I
him
know
with
they
some trees
slicker.
or
I know
something.
they slicker than men. She gonna say,
You know
me
when
and
you
my
go to
sister
church,
going
it's men
to.
and women in church. She can't go to church.
And there's a lot of fucking going on in church. If a chick cracking and talking like she sold pussy before, I'm straight. If a chick can dance too good, I'm straight.
What if she went to dance school?
Yeah, like stripping, pose. I'm straight.
That's the stereotype label.
I'm straight.
Yo,
That's that label type.
you
That's
want
not
to
right.
you want to
No,
deal
you
with
want
it,
to
boy.
I don't want no woman that
You wanna be all
I don't
with
want no woman that can motorcycle real good. Cause I'm thinking about
You
damn, you got a lot of
damaged,
practice.
boy. You better.
You
You
got
got
a lot of practice.
You got a lot of baggage.
He
You
like,
damaged.
ball want Jehovah's Witness.
No, boy.
hold on.
They don't
You
do
say
that.
if she can motorcycle too good, you saying that's your woman? Or
Listen,
just
man, if a chick can motorcycle two hands, then she come off with one and none. I'm thinking like she got a lot of practice. I only can mess with a certain type of women. I can't mess with no jangalang. I can't mess with no sluts, whores. I can't mess with no women that date lots of men because I'm having a problem.
But how
would
do
you
you
know
know
that,
how
though?
many
You
men
ain't gonna know that,
Because I'm peekaboo, Kilo.
How you gonna know that?
I'm a peekaboo.
You ain't gonna know if it's past unless she tell you about it. Some of them can play real good.
You listen, man. You know how a woman call, you be like, hello, and me and you been talking on, me and her been talking on the phone probably all week long, and we've been on the phone for 2 hours. But this particular night, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go to
I
sleep,
might not have nothing to talk about. I'm tired. I just talked to you
and
2
that's
hours
fine.
ago.
You know what I'm gonna do? Put that boy in drive. Something wrong, and I'm gonna pull up at your shit. And when I
It
see
feels
that car,
stupid if I'm laying in the bed.
when I see that car there, I'm gonna call you back. I see why you had to get to bed. Why you so sleepy? And I'm gonna take a picture and send it to her. That's it.